The enrolments in Indigenous education across Australia has increased in recent times, and partly because there's been a bit of a focus on that from the federal government. But I think the challenge we have is that it's only in certain degree areas. It's not in every degree area. And some of those degrees obviously are in the science, technology, engineering and mathematics, the STEM subjects, that students are not tending to go into for various reasons. And I think partly because they don't see a strong connection between their culture, their schooling and the degree programs they do, yet there's a very strong connection. I think some of the challenges that we have more broadly is when the students get into those degrees is how do we actually successfully complete them? And that is a big challenge for us all. There's this very, very strong connection to Aboriginal connection, Torres Strait Islander connection to culture and technology. If you look at some of the technologies we use, the obvious one is boomerangs, for example. There's a lot of science and technology behind how a boomerang works and how it operates and how it keeps going. And the different types, whether the returning one, the hunting one, and the combat ones, they've all got different technology behind them. Other things like traditional fire practices, how we actually burn off land. Many people believe that, in the early days, many people believe that Australia was colonised and it was just a free, open bush, if you like. But it's actually fact. We know now, through the work of science, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander scientists, that the actual land was managed. It wasn't sort of just bush. The land was actually scientifically managed for the best outcome for the local community to actually survive. Whether it's clearing the land for an opportunity for animals to come in and eat that grass, just make sure there wasn't a lot of vegetation, so there's a good opportunity to actually spear. There's another technology, spearing with the spear throwers as well, to get more leverage out of a technology. So there's lots of technology in the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture, but we just don't think about it immediately. And then without that technology, we would not have survived. Not only does it open up a great opportunity to actually new areas of research, but there's new, obviously, things like important considerations like climate change, where Indigenous practices of carbon capture and storage, traditional ways of looking at holistic systems rather than small, minute, scientifically tested based systems. These practices are coming to the forefront now. We know now internationally that Indigenous science and technology is going to not be the panacea for climate change, but definitely will play a big part. There's a couple of really good examples of that. We have one of our young honours students here, Alex Devlin, has just finished his honours degree looking at the traditional flood practices or flood events in the local region here at Singleton, and compared that to Western knowledge of Western knowledge of rainfall, and try to match the two together. Now he's used this to make a prediction about civil engineering. When they build bridges, when they build buildings, they have to predict where the highest water point is. So he's using traditional knowledge that is actually just as superior as Western knowledge to actually to determine civil engineering practices. So there's a real tangible outcome.